You cannot hide from me, no matter what form you choose to wear. Let your true self be revealed. Diablo.
Adria has betrayed us completely, and Leah's soul is lost. Through her, Diablo has been reborn as the prime evil. All the powers of hell are his to command. The high heavens tremble, and the angels are helpless before Diablo's assault. Only I remain to set things right and rid the world of Diablo's evil forever.
This devastation defies all reason.
Imperius, you cannot mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed.
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael. And you, Nephilim, look below and see what your kind has wrought.
I know how he feels, but we have to keep going.
The Diamond Gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens. Now they lie in ruins. Imperius is right. I am the cause of this.
Diablo did this, not you. You did everything in your power to prevent this devastation.
Long ago, my brethren and I voted to decide the fate of man. I cast the final vote that spared you from extinction. Now humanity has birthed the prime evil.
Tyrael, you believed in us. You became one of us. Now you must live as a mortal and surrender your fears to hope. Stay here and wallow in your misery if you like, but I'm going on.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced. We are lost. Diablo is too powerful. Always before, the lords of hell bickered and worked against each other. They undid themselves. Within Diablo, within the Prime, there is such division. And now, the halls of the high heavens quake beneath his steps. The prime evil. I can't believe all this has come to pass. Adria played us all for fools. Diablo's influence twisted her inside and out. I suspect we have not seen the last of her. I should have known that Leah's father was the Wanderer. How could I not have sensed Diablo's foul presence within her?
Adria fooled us all. She sacrificed her own daughter to resurrect Diablo. She is the true monster.
But poor Leah. I grieve for her soul.
As do I. But we will mourn for her later. Right now, we must focus on stopping Diablo. I am returning to town.
When you have lived as long as I, you learn that life is filled with betrayal. But the cruelest always comes at the hands of those we love. I know it must be hard to think of other things, but now we must. All creation rests upon your shoulders.
You sound more serious than I have ever heard you.
Well, these are dark times. Even I must set apart thoughts of Dirge's jewel and dwell upon the fate of the world. But that doesn't mean you have to frown so. Hope. Do not look down, my friend. Even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. Hope for a better day. Hope for a new dawn. Or just hope for a good breakfast. You start small, then see what you can get. I never quite expected my life to end this way.
How did you think you would die?
I was smothered by a harem. Or more likely, killed by the jewel I seek. Now, who would have thought that the entire world would die together? I can't complain. It's not as though I can say my life was not long enough.
We aren't dead yet, Shen. We can fight Diablo.
I'm glad my boundless confidence is rubbing off on you. Could you give some of it back?
That fat merchant never ran, not even when he had a chance.
We were gravely mistaken, my friend. I could not see through an illusion of such power, such treachery.
There's no magic that could.
When I think of what she suffered through, we must find a way to stop Diablo. The Prophet would never forgive me if he knew my part in unleashing this terror upon the world. I could not see the truth. You must think me very foolish.
No more than any of us.
That is kind of you. I have devoted my life to studying the arcane, and yet I was not skilled enough to act when it truly mattered. I welcome the chance to travel with you.
Well, we've had a good time, right? Shame about our imminent deaths.
You don't seem very upset.
You don't choose this life and expect to live to an old age. Still, it's the women I feel sorry for.
Which women?
All of them. There will be heaving bosoms and torn clothes all across the land when word spreads that I've fallen in battle.
You must miss your family during times like these.
No point in it. I'll never see them again.
Don't say that. They still live.
My brother's wife thinks I was involved with his imprisonment, and he believes her.
What?
As low as I am, I would never frame him, not even to win her back. They won't hear a word of it. For all the gold I send to them, I receive nothing in response. Aha! I knew you'd need my help!
Wait. Before we face that abomination, there is something you should know. When we first met, I thought you were a dangerously naive fool. I was wrong. I've never met anyone as kind and intelligent as you. You humble me.
Never stop asking questions, my friend. Let it define you, and you will never be lost.
I will. Of all people, I should have seen this coming. I allowed myself to believe this fiction that Adria was other than I suspected her to be. And now, the world is lost, and it is my fault.
We all saw in Adria what we wanted to, Leah included. Put aside your shame. We must go make this right.
Ever since Adria betrayed us, I've been thinking about how Magda used to share the leadership of the Coven with another.
What do you mean?
20 years ago, just before the darkening of Tristram, they had some sort of falling out, and the other leader disappeared. I think that other leader might have been Adria.
It does make sense. Adria left to find Diablo and Tristram, while Magda stayed true to the Coven.
Lead the way to glory.
They will run when they see us.
If I had known what that cow Adria was up to, I would have slit her throat. Magic or no.
She will not live long once Diablo is dead.
Gaze upon the destruction I have wrought. It will be the last thing you see. Iskatu, destroy the Nephilim. I do not fear you, Nephilim. You'll find only death in this eternal realm. The shades will devour your soul. Every moment I delay you, I draw closer to my ultimate victory. I am Ethereal, Archangel of Fate. It is my duty to record what is and what will be within the scroll of fate. But you, Nephilim, you are not in the scroll. Your fate is unwritten.
Then I shall write my destiny in Diablo's blood. You can watch all of creation burn, or you can help me now.
Perhaps fate can be changed. Quickly then, Auriel, Archangel of Hope, has been captured by Rakanoth, the Lord of Despair.
I will free her, and then hope will be restored to the heavens.
Careful. I wager there are more enemies waiting for us.
Spirit is free now, Angel.
Can't believe Leah is gone. I keep thinking of her laugh, the smile. I'll never see her again.
Blocks my path.
I thought they would work.
It seems I cannot pass yet.
Think yourself free from the chains of fate, Nephilim, but all will kneel before Lord Diablo. ended long before you set one foot into the Silver Spire.
Thank you, Nephilim. I hoped the Scroll of Fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
You can no longer be bound by the chains of fate.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
I must say, I've never met a woman quite like her.
Diablo sought to bring despair down upon heaven, but I have destroyed his champion and restored hope. I thought this would bring Tyrael back to his senses, but he remains lost. Nevertheless, I must push on and eradicate Diablo's hellish portals.